Good morning, bonjour, and welcome everyone. My name is John Fleming. As chair of the College Council, it's my privilege to oversee today's annual meeting. Notice having been given and quorum being present, I'm pleased to call this meeting to order. The annual meeting in Education Day, also known as AHMED, is part of the Glenda MacDonald Educational Series, which is named in honor of the college's founding registrar. In remembrance of Glenda's steadfast commitment and support of lifelong learning and education, we once again dedicate this event to her memory. The theme of this year's event is Engage and Evolve, Collaborative Approaches to Care. The college's efforts in ongoing and meaningful engagement allows us to make informed decisions that prioritize public protection, always working towards regulatory excellence. This year's AHMED theme, which aligns with our 2023 annual report, reflects how meaningful collaborations have infused the college's efforts to embrace growth through continuous education, engagement, and evolution. Building on this theme, today's sessions highlight the important role social workers and social service workers can play in effective collaboration when approaching care for their clients and their communities. Before I share some of the college highlights from the past year, I'd like to take some time to reflect upon the past, present, and future of the land on which we're gathered today. I am not Indigenous. I am of settler colonial ancestry, and like many other uninvited settler people, have benefited greatly from living on the land of what is now called Canada. As registrants are attending AHMED from all corners of the province, I invite each of you to take some time today to personally reflect upon the histories and current circumstances of the land where you live. All settlers have a responsibility to consider what it means to acknowledge the history and ongoing legacy of colonialism. The college is on the occupied land of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Chippewa, and other Anishinaabeg, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. Vantage Venues, where we are hosting our meeting today, is in the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Territory, which is a treaty between the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee that binds them to share the area and protect the land in the spirit of community. Other Indigenous nations, early European settlers, and all newcomers to Ontario are responsible for caring for each other and for this land. Today, the province of Ontario is home to many diverse nations, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. Each nation is unique in their worldviews, language, histories, current position, and future accomplishments. This acknowledgement is a reminder that colonialism is a current and ongoing process. We are early in our reconciliation journey and remain committed to continue to engage in the important work needed to move forward within our regulatory context. A land acknowledgement is a first step, not an endpoint. The college is actively working on building meaningful relationships with Indigenous communities and individuals in the spirit of partnership, collaboration, truth, and reconciliation. We are doing so as part of our public protection mandate to better serve Indigenous peoples living in Ontario and to support registrants who are not Indigenous in improving their cultural competency when they are working with Indigenous clients and communities. These are just some of the ways that we're working through the challenge of turning our intentions into actions. I invite you all to join with me in reflecting on how each of us, in our own way, can commit to actively moving forward toward truth and reconciliation. Miigwech. To officially open this year's annual meeting, Michael Parsa, Minister of Children, Community and Social Services, has provided a video message to welcome you all.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to join you virtually for your annual meeting and Education Day. I'm Michael Parsa, Ontario's Minister of Children, Community and Social Services. I want to start off by thanking John Fleming, Denitha Bro, and the entire team at the Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers. On behalf of Premier Ford and our entire government, I'd like to express my gratitude and heartfelt appreciation for everything you do to support the people in your care. Across the province, there are more than 28,000 social workers and social service workers providing essential supports to people. We know that you work to make sure that every individual is treated with dignity and care, and we're grateful for the education, regulation, and oversight that the College promotes to ethical and professional practice. Your dedication to supporting Ontarians makes communities across our province stronger and more inclusive. So please accept my best wishes for a productive annual meeting, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, Minister Parsa, for providing opening remarks for today's annual meeting. I also want to thank our colleagues from the professional associations who do such important advocacy work for the professions of social work and social service work. The Ontario Association of Social Workers, who until recently was led by D.P. Sir, and Matthew Carroll, President of the Ontario Social Service Workers Association. We look forward to future collaborations with both of those associations and to meeting the new Ontario Association of Social Workers CEO once selected. And finally, I want to extend my sincere thanks to the current members of the College Council, the non-council members and community appointees. Each of these individuals work extremely hard and perform crucial functions in assisting the College to fulfill its regulatory role. Public members of the College Council, in addition to me, are Nicole Bonney, Jasanga Chekwe, Molly Liu, Carrie McEachran, and Alexia Polillo. The registered social service workers on Council are Amanda Betancourt, Charlene Cruz, Mukesh Kauleser, Sue Ellen Merritt, Mandy Olson, Sandy Sidworth, and Madimba Chabwabwa. And the registered social workers are Daniel Afram, Gigi Gori, Sanjay Govindaraj, Sana Imran, Marina Reed, Candace Snake, and Elaine Tanner. The non-council members who served on statutory and non-statutory committees are Social Work Registrants Derek Chichok, Francis Keogh, Delia Sinclair-Frigo, Yusra Osman, Rita Silverthorne, and Beatrice Traub-Warner, and Social Service Work Registrants Greg Clark, Shelley Hale, and Chun Kit Leung. And the community appointees are Melanie Jones-Drost, Christopher McGrath, Adrita Shaw-Newer, and Jennifer Shin. Thank you all for your dedication and hard work. On behalf of the College Council, I will now report briefly on some of the highlights from the College's activities in 2023. Last year was one of growth and change for the College. We celebrated the retirement of our valued outgoing Registrar and CEO, Lise Betteridge, under whose guidance and leadership we accomplished many important initiatives in the name of public protection. We also welcomed our new leader, Denitha Bro, into the role of Registrar and CEO. Throughout her career, Denitha has fostered a culture of curiosity and growth, encouraging innovation to meet the evolving needs of the regulatory sector. She has continued to bring this dedication to the role of Registrar and CEO, and we look forward to continuing to evolve and grow under her leadership. Along with this change in leadership, we made significant progress in relation to our strategic priorities as we mark the end of the 2020 to 2023 strategic plan. We are well into the development process for a new strategic plan and look forward to sharing it with you all later this year. We were very proud to complete the revisions to the Code of Ethics and Standards of Practice last year. This was a multi-phased project spanning several years that included extensive engagement and collaboration with many different communities. Throughout the revision process, we conducted qualitative interviews with registrants, service users, and caregivers, and sought feedback via an online survey for registrants and other engagement groups, including educators and employers. We also engaged with an inclusive communications agency to facilitate qualitative interviews with registrants who identify as Black and/or Indigenous, to identify gaps and better integrate justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion into the proposed revisions. The updates to the standards of practice reflect societal changes and the current practice landscape and affect every registrant, regardless of their area of practice. The revisions include gender-neutral pronouns, a greater focus on equity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging, as well as simplified language and clarification on some topics. Another project we were pleased to introduce last year was the successful launch of the Equity and Inclusion Data Initiative, which will help us to address systemic barriers and inform equity initiatives to support evidence-based decision-making. Our aim for this initiative is to assist us in better serving the Ontario public while advancing our commitment to public protection. Denitha will be providing additional details on the initiative in her registrar's report. In 2023, the College continued to actively develop meaningful partnerships with Indigenous communities as a part of our commitment to fulfilling the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action within the regulatory context. Part of this work includes providing practice resources to support registrants who are serving Indigenous individuals, families, and communities in practicing professionally and empowering them to make sound judgments. Last year, we made conscious efforts through meaningful engagement with government partners at both the political and public service levels to increase awareness of the College's role and public protection mandate. This includes continuing to foster our ongoing and positive relationship with the Minister of Children, Community and Social Services and their staff, as well as the Ministry. We also engaged with the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Labour, the Ministry of Long-Term Care, the Ministry of Mental Health and Addictions, and the Premier's Office in relation to our work and our registrants' important role in the provision of mental health services. These relationships ensure that the College is included in health and social policy consultations and discussions. 2023 saw the College continuing its active engagement within the regulatory community at the provincial, national, and international levels. As Council Chair, I continued to sit with the Registrar and CEO on the Canadian Council of Social Work Regulators Board of Directors last year. Denitha also sits on their Finance Committee and is a member of the Association of Social Work Boards Workforce Coalition. The College is dedicated to the ongoing evolution of the regulatory sector and engaged regularly throughout 2023 with engagement groups and other regulators to provide important feedback. Last year, the College provided input on regulatory policies and revised standards of practice from various regulators, including the College of Dietitians of Ontario, the College of Psychologists of Ontario, and the College of Massage Therapists of Ontario. We also provided valuable comments to the Information and Privacy Commissioner of Ontario on their Intimate Partner Violence Plain Language Tool Draft. I am tremendously proud of all that the college achieved last year. Our efforts in prioritizing client and community protection have maintained the college's position as a respected leader in the regulatory sector. On behalf of Council, I also want to extend our appreciation to all college registrants. Each of you make a significant difference to the clients and communities you serve. Everything the college does comes down to ensuring that the public is served by social workers and social service workers, our professionals, who are committed to providing professional, ethical, qualified, and accountable care. This year and beyond, we will continue to prioritize listening to our communities and ensuring that college decisions are guided by the many diverse perspectives and lived experiences of Ontarians with the common goal of public protection. Thank you. Miigwech.